So tonight we're moving a rock and we have an entire audience. The tractor's name is Johnny. We gave him a name. He's like another member of our family.
Well, Johnny smells.
He's a diesel engine, that's why he smells a little bit. But he has his own house.
Where?
It's behind our house. We built a garage just for Johnny. He sleeps in there. He even has an air conditioner and a heater.
Recently, we've had quite a few people call us and ask us to move large landscaping rocks. This homeowner is giving her rock away to a friend that lives in another neighborhood. They first contacted their landscaper who wanted to rent a skid steer to move the rock. They were rightly concerned that the skid steer might tear up their yard, so they called us instead. Johnny's the perfect tractor for this job. Because he has tires, he won't mess up the yard. And with his forks, he can lift that rock and bring it out of place without disturbing too much of the mulch underneath.
How heavy do you think that is? 400.
So what do you think? Do you guys like tractors?
Yeah.
Yeah? So he's a pretty small tractor compared to tractors you'll see out on the farms around here.
Doesn't look very small compared to their lawnmower. The rock has roots.
Tim takes special care when he's moving a rock that's going to go to another place so that he doesn't scratch it with the forks.
I'm scared he's going to drop it and it's going to be loud.
No, he won't drop it. It's pretty well balanced. Thanks, guys.
You guys want to sit on the tractor?
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Can I get on?
Do you want to
Okay,
sit on the
Michaela's
tractor?
turn.
Okay.
Kayla.
There you go.
Thank you for helping. You say cheese?
Oftentimes we don't even show you jobs of this magnitude, but I think sometimes you get the feeling that all of our jobs are huge jobs that are too tough for Johnny to do. Well, this example, probably a 300, maybe 400 pound rock. It's something right in our wheelhouse. We were able to go out across there, not damage the yard. You know, this is something that he's well suited to do this kind of job. We said we were going to be showing you some different heavy hitch configurations, right?
What?
This is using the offset hitch.
Okay.
So the bar is offset up to here, backwards a little bit further than the one we usually have. And that allows us to put these 70-pound weights on. So we have 8 70-pound weights
Wow.
for 560 pounds of ballast. And time you get all the other hitching itself in there, you're going to have probably close to 600 pounds of ballast. Yet another configuration, probably a pretty optimal configuration for Johnny to have at this point. And by the way, remember, coupon code TTWT at heavyhitch.com on all your heavy hitch products, including the weights. You really see a bargain on these larger weights. They get much cheaper than the Deere versions.
Okay.
Okay on the yard.
That was just one thing.
Let me see.
Well,
Like, all right,
that's
I'll
the
ask.
thing with a skid steer loader. You will mess up the yard. These rock-
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll skid back and forth. That's the only way they can steer.
So now it's time for the rock delivery.
When someone calls us, we have to ask them if there's room for us to get around. We often ask if they have a gate in their backyard and how wide that gate is. There are a lot of obstacles in this backyard. Good thing Johnny's small.
She wants the chipped out part towards the back.
Tim had to do a lot of maneuvering with the tractor just to get into a position where he could drop the rock in the place the couple had already picked out.
Is that a pretty good angle, or would you like it more? Okay.
Rachel was really passionate about where she wanted the rock and at which angle she wanted it. So we just had to listen and work with her to figure out exactly how to
Back
place
up
the
a little.
rock.
And then in. Doesn't want to come off.
Come on off. Oh, look at that.
And this chip part that was back, like angled back that way, a little more, like it turned like a smidge this way, and like so this, just like what, like
Oh, and you want to push
a
forward.
foot.
Yeah.
We thought the kids, it would be fun for them to climb on and like a
Yeah.
little seat out here. Should we have it turned up?
You won't move it, but I can put it.
Yeah, he can move it.
Look at that.
Can I turn it like a little bit,
A little bit back. the
like
other
this way?
Okay.
Yeah.
Make sure you get it like you want it. While we're here.
Now, I moved it a little bit, so you
Yeah.
you have to stand right there with me.
Like a
and tell me.
little bit more.
You gotta pay attention. Yeah, don't talk.
Sorry.
Sorry. Okay. Do you want to try it out?
Nope, I'm good.
I think it's not that little. I think it's good.
Overall this evening, the 8 70-pound weights on this offset heavy hitch bracket worked really well. It was nice to have the extra weight because it just felt a little more solid on the back end, and it felt like I was taking some pressure off of the front axle too.
Well, we had no idea how much that rock was going to weigh.
Given how I picked it up way out on the tips of the fork there for a part of it, it was good to have the extra ballast for that. Really, the only negative to that approach is having 70-pound weights to lift around. If you're like me or even older, 70 pounds is a pretty big load. If you deal with just real light loads all the time, you don't ever load your loader as heavy as it possibly can be loaded, I think the Super Duty heavy hitch will work fine for you with 8 42-pound weights. But if you need the extra ballast, then this offset hitch, allowing either 42-pound weights or 70-pound weights, works really well. This is the offset right here. The Super Duty has the bar right there, and this one has it offset pushed backwards a little further so that the weights can be mounted on that way. It's also lifted up a little bit higher. We'll show the two different versions side by side at some point here, and that'll give you a better view of the differences. Overall, the project moving the rock, she was very passionate about how she wanted that rock position. I'm sure you saw that in the video, and I think we got it the way she wanted it.
I think so.
Beautiful evening here. It was very pleasant. It wasn't near as hot as it's been in a while. So,
Thank goodness.
hey, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on Tractor Time with Tim.
We will. We're going to set it down and then we'll strap the tractor back down to the trailer. And the rock will just sit there because it's heavy enough. And we're only going about a mile, I think. So, yeah, it's pretty close.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.